How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to yet another weekly warehouse update. First, real release of the year comes from Prodigy. They should get a grippy for that. I should write that down. But we got a bunch of fun stuff from them. First off, we have the Kittyzilla H7. So the H7's a really understable, 9-ish speed. We got a bunch of different colors here, and they're like 2 foils. So it's just a fun, massive kitten destroying a city. I mean, that's a good time. So a little Kittyzilla H7. We also have the Reblend D1s. Been waiting for these. The Reblend is some of the best feeling Prodigy plastic, and it happens just to be, I believe, recycled 500 maybe, but regardless, really grippy, nice give to it. It's a little bit softer, so I'd imagine these D1s aren't gonna be crazy overstable, but they're probably bombers. Speaking of a little bit softer and a bomber, we have some more of these Falcors. I'd imagine this is one of the last times we're gonna see the Falcor because it has Kale's Airborne stamp on it still. Newsflash, Kale's at Discraft now. But it's got some nice give to it. It's like a softer 400 plastic, and the Falcor has always been a phenomenal mold. So that, we got several different colors, really good time there. My all-time favorite mid from Prodigy is now available in their 300 fractal. So the M4 starts as a pretty neutral to slightly understable mid-range, but in the baseline plastic, you're gonna be able to get this to flip really quickly. So after a round or two, she's gonna be nice and flippy. And we got a bunch of different, just gorgeous swirl patterns. Like, look at that guy, stunning. And then we also have the Fractal 300 PA5, which is a really nice flippy putter, but we also have the Reblend PA5s now with this gorgeous fox looking stamp on that thing. The PA5 is just a ton of fun. It's a hyzer flip machine straight out the box. You can throw it flat, let it turn to the right. Really controllable flippy putter. A little bit shallow, nice little rounded feel to it. It honestly flies like a hair flippier or basically right at a Shaman, but I'm gonna be straight with you, it feels a little bit more like a putter. So really good time if you're looking for a flippy putter. And then they tried something new here. So this is all in their 200 plastic, but we have several of these animal, full color, I don't even know what it really is, but it's a 200 plastic. And then there's some type of print on top. It feels different. So the print, you can hear. So that's the plastic, that's the print. So it's a different texture on it. Almost like it's printed on a sheet on the disc kind of, but we have D3s, F Model S's, we got some P Model S's, which the P Model S actually, the year, I think the Luna came out, the P Model S was the disc of the year, funny enough. We have the M Model S, and then over here we have not a Prodigy disc, the Cenis from Latitude 64. Haha, threw me for a loop. But being 200 plastic, they are more of a baseline plastic, and by more of I mean they are a baseline plastic, so you can get this gorgeous full color artwork on top of baseline plastic for cheaper. So it's 12-ish, $12.50, a thing like that. So if you're willing to try out something like the D3 or the M Model S or even the P Model S, this is a fun way to do so, and they have some pretty sick full color graphics on it. So a lot of new stuff from Prodigy on the site.
I've got sad news, which is that we're discontinuing some of our designs. But it's actually good news because during 2025, we're gonna be refreshing a lot of designs and doing a lot of new designs. But I wanna let you know that because there are a couple designs that we only have a little bit of stock left in, and they're being discontinued, so this is your last chance to get them. So that's why I'm letting you know. One of them, which is a design that's pretty popular, is our current Bogey Bros stamp. We've run this a few times over the past few years. We still have it here on a few Halo Destroyers, but this is one of the ones that will be discontinued and refreshed. So another design that is going to be discontinued and refreshed is this Robbie C. Owl stamp. We still have some Robbie C. Zones and some different plastics with this stamp on there as well. This is another one. It's going to be completely overhauled, but if you still want to grab some of these, if you want some backups, because it's not going to be arriving back on the site, now is your chance to do this. We felt like now was the time to really revamp a lot of our stamps, and we have some really awesome artwork we're excited about in 2025, but I just wanted to let you know that that's the case. We're also looking into overhauling some podcast stamps as well, so those are going to be getting discontinued slowly. And then another big one to mention is a lot of our apparel designs are going to be getting discontinued as well. So if there are certain shirts or hoodies that you've thought about getting that you might want to get, we're not going to be clearing out everything, but there are going to be some that we're overhauling, getting new things up, and some of them are going to be going away and discontinued. So make sure to check out the site in that apparel category, look through there as well, and make sure any designs that you thought about getting, you've already gotten, because they might be discontinued soon as we get those new things up.
We're gonna talk a little bit of Discraft now. So I wanna highlight the Challenger, because the Challenger just gets overlooked, but it's a gorgeous mold. This is the original kind of Discraft putting mold. It's the one that Nate Doss back in the day was putting with. It's just a good time. It's just your classic putter feel with a bead. We have some recycled ESP ones. We've got some Jawbreaker challengers. We've got also some soft putter blend challengers and just putter blend challengers in general. We have some Challenger OSs, which is
That's cool
exactly
stamp.
what it sounds like, an OS. Yeah, this is the Discraft graffiti stamp on there. We also have some Challenger SSs, which comes in a little bit more Roach-esque, in my opinion. So a lot of fun challengers in stock, but if you walk down here towards the Thrasher alley, if you will, we have just your typical thrashers. We got your Z thrashers, we got your ESP thrashers, we got some recycled ESP thrashers, some Z Light thrashers. But what I really want to highlight is we have last year's Captain's Thrasher still in stock, which is a more overstable version of the Thrasher. They plan to release like the Captain's Thrasher, the Captain's Raptor every year. And typically what they've been doing with the Raptors is a different plastic every year. So I would imagine this year's Captain's Thrasher is going to be something new, a different plastic. So if you want to get your hands on the 2024 edition of the Captain's Thrasher, we only have, it looks like maybe 20 some left, a few different colors of those. So now is the time to pick those up. The other thing, oh, I actually just discovered, speaking of Captain's Raptors, these are the original Captain's Raptors. So these are 2022s maybe Captain's Raptor. They're the ESP ones. So the first run ones were like the Z Metallic, then they went ESP, then this year they were in the like Z Metallic or Z Flex Jawbreaker. So I didn't know we had those. You still have some Captain's Raptors too, but I was gonna highlight the stock Raptor because we got some TI Swirl Raptors, we have some Big Z Raptors, we have some ESP Flex Raptors, and I think we might have some stock ESP Raptors. We just got all kinds of Raptors, all the Raptors you could ever want. I'm sure we have Z Raptors somewhere too, yeah, right up here. Z Raptors right up here. So every type of plastic Raptor you could want, especially in the like transitional period we're about to enter where it starts to warm back up, wind starts to pick up, it's good to have some overstable plastic in the bag. And the Raptor's a great slot or a great option for that like 9-speed overstable spot, especially if you pair it with a Captain's Raptor, which is even more overstable. So a good 1-2 punch, Raptor and Captain's Raptor there.
All right, I want to show off a little Trilogy stuff. Got to be on the Trilogy wave, guys. Isaac Robinson throws Trilogy now. It's cool now. So we got some restocks, some of our more popular molds I'll walk you through. One of them is the Diamond. This has been one of our most popular Trilogy molds really over the course of the years I've worked at Foundation, just because it is just been so popular. It's so easy to use. This is the ultimate beginner driver is what I would call this, but it's a disc that I've also used in my bag multiple times throughout the years because of just how reliably understable these things are. It is an awesome disc to learn super tricky hyzer flip shots or rollers with, but if you're a beginner and you're just looking for a first driver or something you can turn over, this is just an awesome option. The Diamond is such a good disc for that. You get them in lightweight, super flippy, very comfortable, like narrow rim to hold on to. I just think this disc is awesome. And like I said, if you have a higher arm speed, just get one to play around with because you can do all kinds of trick shots because of the understability of these discs. They're so understable. But yeah, if you're not somebody, I mean, if you're struggling to hit 250 to 270 feet, you're going to get some really cool lines out of this as well and get a little more distance. Some mid-ranges I want to talk to you about. We got the Claymore and the Compass. So we've got a few different Claymores. We've got, still has these cool Trilogy Challenge Swirl ones. These are pretty complementary. I would say the Claymore has a bit more flip to it. The Compass, this is one that Rick threw a ton. And I really would compare this to a Buzz. Brand new, they just go really far and really straight and have a little bit of fade, and then they beat into like a good hyzer flip disc. Very comfy, very accurate disc. Claymore is a little bit deeper feeling in the hand. Kind of reminds me of the Truth a little bit, but just has a little bit more flip to it. So they complement each other pretty nicely. Last disc I want to show you over this way is the Underworld. This is from Westside Disc. This is actually similar to the Diamond, but a bit more overstable. So maybe if that was a little too flippy for you, this is another one that is just one of the best roller discs out there. People love rolling these because they go super far. You can get them to the ground really quick. Plenty understable, plenty comfortable, and yeah, just a great option. Make sure to check out these Trilogy discs and everything in our Trilogy collection because we have plenty of stock, and there's such a variety of plastics, blends, stamps, and molds in the Trilogy collection. It's a very fun brand to explore. You should have, oh, while I'm standing here, also noticing we still have some Cenuses in stock, and Isaac Robinson said himself that this is like his favorite throwing putter, and I also like this disc a lot. I threw this quite a bit. Has good stability without being too overstable. It's a good time.
All right, I'm over here in the accessory shelf. We run you through this all the time, but I wanted to highlight specifically Ripped Revenge, which we just played, and a video is coming very soon. Very fun, love Ripped Revenge. But what makes it even more fun is if you pair it with the Ripped Evolution expansion pack, it turns it into a deck building game. You might be like, Hunter, why'd you grab so many when you just need to tell me about one? Well, what I'm holding here is the remainder of our Ripped Evolution inventory. I don't think we're getting another restock of the Ripped Evolution. It's an expansion pack that we collaborated with Ripped Revenge on. And you can probably put 2 and 2 together of if we're not restocking this version of Ripped Evolution, what that means for the near future. So I'll let you comment sleuths figure that one out. But regardless, if you are still searching for a card, these cards have like, got another one in the back there. These cards include 10 random cards, 1 rare, 3 uncommon, and 6 common cards. So you can be searching for certain cards. The rare ones have like a more holographic look to them. They're a ton of fun. And like I said, to turn Ripped Revenge into a deck building game. The other thing we have right now is we have a bunch of these UV flashlights from MVP. So these things will charge your glow disc up super fast. They can also, if you have some like the UV reactive discs, you can also use it to like make them change from white to purple or anything like that. But these are a great time, especially we still have like a month or so left of glow season. We have the large, a small, and then we have the extra large, this big bad boy. So it's a ton of fun. But yeah, it's UV, so don't buy this expecting it to just be a normal flashlight. It's UV. It's meant to charge your discs. You will have an interesting time out there if you're trying to use that as a flashlight. Could be fun though. Kind of turn every disc golf course into a rave. That's what they're for. The other thing I wanted to just tease, it's coming Monday. So Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I think they're not over here. I'll walk to where they are and then I'll show them to you really quick. So super quick, I'm gonna just show you some of the stuff coming Monday. It's the first preseason, I believe, release of Ledgestone. So we got some triple foil buzzes. They're just sick, several of those. We have some Crystal Flex zones with the Discraft bar stamps. So if you, for some reason, don't like Brody, but you still wanna throw a Get Freaky, here's an option for you. We also have some sick Athenas, little PM stamp. I think this is like a TI Swirl Athena. This is like a new Discraft plastic blend. It's like a bendy blend, but it's got this nice sheen to it. It doesn't feel like anything they've ever done before. I'm gonna be straight with you, what it looks like, I feel like it's a more gummy version of that new Climo plastic. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't feel like Discraft plastic, but the Swarm bendy blend, that's a lot of fun. And we also have some TI Flex Lunas. So pretty gummy version of the Luna. And there might be some more stuff, but that's all dropping Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time is the first Ledgestone release. So some fun stuff in there. Check that out, but you can head over to the site now to shop everything else I just went over.